Emmerdale's latest episode may have dropped a major clue about who could ultimately bring down Joe Tate after his long list of shocking actions. And the answer might surprise viewers. Joe Tate has made plenty of enemies thanks to his ruthless behaviour. From blackmail to framing Moira Dingle, several characters now have strong reasons to want revenge. However, the newest twist suggests that an unexpected person could be the one to finally stop him. Last year, Joe went as far as drugging his own brother Noah Dingle before stealing his uncle Caleb Milligan's kidney. If that wasn't enough, earlier this year, he blackmailed the Sugden family after Victoria killed her brother in self-defense. He then forced them to hand over their farmland and manipulated Robert into planting fake ID documents in Moira's home, making it appear she was connected to Celia Daniels' crimes. Things quickly spiraled when those crimes were revealed to involve human trafficking, leaving Moira in serious trouble. Joe's ultimate goal was to pressure her into selling her land, and recently he succeeded while she remained imprisoned for crimes she didn't commit. However, Joe's plan hit a setback when he discovered that if Kim Tate were to die, he wouldn't inherit the home farm estate. Instead, Kim intended to leave everything to Lydia Dingle, leaving Joe furious and determined to change things. Refusing to back down, Joe shifted his focus to Lydia, clearly trying to remove her from the equation so he could secure his claim to home farm. But his scheme didn't go unnoticed. Graham Foster uncovered what Joe was planning and took action to stop him. Graham revealed everything to Joe's girlfriend Dawn Taylor, who was horrified by what she learned. She confronted Joe directly, criticizing his behavior and urging him to rethink his priorities. Dawn made it clear that he was acting immaturely by obsessing over inheritance instead of focusing on his family. When Joe admitted he felt hurt, she pushed him to be honest with Kim and handle things like an adult. With Dawn refusing to support his cruel and manipulative tactics, it raises the possibility that she could turn against him completely. If she uncovers the full extent of his actions, especially what he's done to Moira and the Sugdens, she may be the one to expose him and finally bring his reign of chaos to an end. Emmerdale has revealed a surprising new alliance as Kim Tate forms an unexpected connection. Viewers will see the early signs of a possible friendship next week as Chas Dingle and Kim Tate begin to find some shared understanding. The two women have clashed for years, and Chas has plenty of reasons to dislike Kim, particularly after the Tate family took control of Butler's farm. Even with their long-running feud impacting the whole village, Chas is caught off guard when she ends up sharing a drink with Kim at the Woolpack, and their chat stays calm rather than turning into another argument. Instead of hostility, the pair appear to develop a level of mutual respect. An insider points out that, considering their past, it's surprising they would even spend time together. The source also recalls the dramatic moment when Chas's mother, Faith, pushed Kim from a balcony a few years ago. Despite everything, both women are strong personalities, dealing with difficult situations in their personal lives, which gives them a point of connection and something they can appreciate in each other. It now raises the question of whether their truce over drinks will last, or if it's only temporary, or perhaps the start of a genuine friendship. Getting to this stage hasn't been easy. Recently, Kim went to the Woolpack after the Butler's farm sale and attempted to make peace in order to avoid further conflict. She was frustrated when Chas rejected her effort, even suggesting she take her business elsewhere following the Tate family's actions. Their tension continued when they ran into each other at the village shop, where Kim showed concern for Paddy Dingle and Dylan Penders after their arrests, but Chas remained distant. An insider adds that Kim feels she has been unfairly blamed for recent events. Her agreement with Moira over Butler's farm is described as a legitimate business decision made in the best interests of the family. While Joe has stepped over the line multiple times, Kim has mostly kept herself out of the situation. The question now is whether Chas will begin to realize that Kim may not be as bad as she once believed. Emmerdale is teasing a very unexpected new connection, as Kim Tate forms a surprising bond over a drink. It might be something she'd never admit, but Kim Tate could probably benefit from expanding her circle of friends. At the moment, she's closest to Lydia Dingle, while Mary Goskirk is also in her orbit, although their recent lack of interaction makes their friendship feel a bit uncertain. Even so, Kim could definitely use another ally, which makes this upcoming twist all the more surprising. In scenes set to air soon, the powerful figure of the Tate family heads to the pub and ends up striking up an unlikely connection with the leading woman of the Dingle family. It's a strange development, especially considering they were recently arguing fiercely, with Ross Barton having to step in to break things up. This could suggest that Chas is starting to view Kim differently. On the other hand, it's also possible that Chas has her own motives and may be using this newfound friendliness as part of a bigger plan. What makes this situation even more surprising is the ongoing feud between the Tates and the Dingles. Tensions escalated when Moira Dingle sold her share of Butler's farm to Kim. Not long after, Joe Tate stirred things up further by revealing that Robert Sugden and Aaron Dingle would be moving into Moira's former home. This led Sam Dingle to propose the idea of starting a brand new farm to rival the Tates, with Kane Dingle, Sam and Belle Dingle all supporting the plan, making it likely that Chas is on board too. Which raises the big question: why is Chas suddenly getting friendly with Kim? Emmerdale has confirmed a surprising twist, as an unexpected character steps forward with a plan to help Paddy and Dylan. Mandy Dingle and Aaron Dingle receive a stroke of luck in their mission to help Paddy and Dylan Penders with their serious legal situation, when an unlikely individual offers support. This comes after their unsuccessful attempt to convince Laurel Thomas to give false evidence to the police. Paddy and Dylan are currently facing major consequences for interfering with justice in connection to the death of Ray Walters, who was killed by Bear Wolf. At the beginning of the episode, the Dingle family are told that the two men may not be granted bail and could even face life sentences, unless a reliable witness comes forward to confirm that Bear acted in self-defense. A witness like this would not only strengthen Bear's case, but could also reduce the severity of the charges against Paddy and Dylan. With this in mind, Mandy and Aaron begin searching for someone willing to step forward. Laurel admits she wishes she could help, but ultimately refuses, explaining that she cannot risk going to prison because of her children. However, the situation takes an unexpected turn when Arthur decides to get involved. He approaches Mandy and Aaron in the pub and offers to lie to the police on their behalf. Emmerdale airs on weekday evenings at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and is also available to stream on ITVX.